So question 42 now, a trig equation with many answers. So the first thing I'm doing here is simply taking the 1/5 over to the other side of the equal sign, like so, then multiplying both sides by 3, and then writing down taking the arc sign of each side to give me 3x is arc sine of -3/5, from which, using my calculator, I can write down that 3x is -36.87. Now I call this the principal value. This is the first value that we get out of our calculator, but it's by no means the only answer. What we have to resist at the moment, in my book anyway, this is the way that I solve a question like this. It's not the only way, but I resist the temptation to divide by 3 at this stage. And what I do is I look at the given range or domain of values of x that we're trying to solve this equation through. And if x is between -180 and 180, then 3x must be any value between -540 and 540. So we need to find all the values for x between, or for 3x between -540 and 540. So this is the normal graph of sine x, the green line, and then the graph of y equals -3/5. And you can see that there are in fact 6 solutions that we're looking for, and the principal solution there is marked with a P. You can, I would always draw a diagram, draw a little graph to show me how many solutions there are and roughly where they are when I'm solving a problem like this. So with this principal value of -36.87 here, this value is on the kind of upward slope here. So we can find two other solutions that we're looking for 3x. This one here on the upward slope and this one here on the upward slope. And we do that by adding 360 to get to that one and subtracting 360 to get to that one. So that gives us the values for these 2 points here and here. We've already got the principal there. What about this one though? Well, the way that I would always do that one for sine is to say 180 minus the principal value. And when I do that, I'll get this value, which is on the downward slope. And that's what I call the secondary value. So this one's on the downward slope here, and we can use that one to find the other 2 solutions which are on the downward slope, and we do that by subtracting 360 to get to this one, and then another 360 to get to the final one here. So that gives us these 2 values here and here. So in addition to those 2 values, we've got this one here, those 2 there, and that one there. So we've got 6 values. These are all values for 3x. So the final thing we need to do is divide all of those values by 3 to the values of x. With a question like this, it's always worthwhile checking at least 1 or 2, if not all, of these answers by putting them back into the original equation and making sure that you get 0 in this case for each of those 6 values. Okay, hopefully you got all of those answers, and if you did, well done.